Your car guy here in that all-new 2012 300S edition. Really, there's so much to go over on this car. I really wanted to spend some time with you on some of these interior features. Let's start first with that new 8.4-inch touchscreen radio that we unveiled in some of our 2011 products here from Chrysler. First, to start out with, we've got your satellite AM, FM standard, but you get a year's subscription with satellite radio when you get our cars. One of the neat things about the satellite radio is, if you've ever had a DVR or a TiVo for your television channels, you've got the same thing now for satellite. I can come over here and hit replay, and I can rewind this station to the moment we first clicked over to it, as well as I can pause it, or I can just flip back to live. So you've got some really neat capability. Another nice thing is, you've got voice command in this car. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're on FM, you can just say the station. You can say FM 96.1 or whatever your station is you want to listen to. It's going to come right over. But the neat thing on satellite is we can say the station name. So for instance, we're going to take the VR button on our steering wheel, tune to ESPN radio.
Tuning to ESPN Radio.
So now what that's going to do, it's going to click right over for us. So if you notice, we went from 20 on 20 to ESPN Radio now without touching any of the buttons on the steering wheel. Now obviously I've got all of my controls behind. I can change my channels up and down. I can change my volume. I can change my presets. I can do a number of different things. Another neat thing is, let's say I'm on satellite radio, and let's say my favorite song or my favorite artist is on right now. All I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here and click on the favorite tab. When I do that, I can add either a favorite artist or a favorite song. Anytime I add an artist or a song, I've got 50 available units that I can save. Anytime that artist or song will show up and I'm on a different satellite radio channel, I'm on FM, whatever I'm doing with the car, their name or that song will pop up on the screen. Just tap it and it'll direct you right to it. It's a really nice, neat feature. In this model, we also have navigation. We've got Garmin Nav, full nav. If you've ever used a Garmin handheld before, real simple, real easy to use. We can just come over here, hit points of interest, come over to food and drink. Let's say we're looking for Mexican. It's going to find me all the nearest Mexican restaurants around. All we got to do is click on it, hit go. If you notice, super quick. I mean, this thing is lightning quick. It's one of the nice things about this car. They equipped it very, very well. It doesn't have some of that lag. As you're using your nav, you can have your radio on. The moment you're about to approach a turn, the nav lady is going to mute your radio, and she's going to talk over it, so you don't have to worry about turning your radio down every time you're coming, as you see, to your destination or to the nearest intersection that you need to pull on or pull out of. If we come over here to climate, we have all of our hard controls here for climate. We can use these. You have dual climate control. Either you or your guest can have whatever climate you want, but you can also touch the screen. So we can come over here. We can activate our front defrost, rear defrost. We can activate our heated seats. Also, for your backseat guests, this car comes equipped with a rear sunshade. So if you've got the sun blaring down on your guest, we'll push a button there. It'll activate that sunshade, so keep some of the sun off your backseat guests for those warm summer days. As we click on over, one of the last things I really want to go through is phone capability. We have full Bluetooth wireless phone capability to pair your phone. If you're in one of these cars, all of our models are pretty similar, real simple to do. All it's going to ask you first is if you'd like to pair your phone. We're going to hit yes. Then it's going to ask you what you're going to need to do on your phone. On my iPhone here, for instance, let's go over to the settings page. And then in here, you're going to want to find Bluetooth. It doesn't matter what kind of phone, if you've got a Droid, if you've got whatever. All you're going to do is you want to find your Bluetooth page. And on there, it's going to say devices. Sometimes it's going to have you search. My iPhone automatically does it for me, but in other phones, you're going to have to hit search for devices. Also, you might have to turn your Bluetooth on. So it's going to search. It already found my Uconnect for me. So as I click on that, it's going to ask me for a PIN code. The PIN code is going to be right on the front of your radio. It's always going to be a 4-digit number. You can save up to 7 phones. Now, with that, if I'm the primary driver, my phone's the only one that's going to work. But let's say Brandon is in this car, one of the gentlemen filming this video right now. Let's say he's driving the car for me. Now his phone will be paired as long as I'm not in the car. But if I'm in the car with him, only my phone will be paired to the radio. Next thing you know, it's going to tell you Bluetooth pairing successful. Do you want to make this phone the favorite? You want to hit yes. Phone's already ready. It's going to have your signal strength here. It's going to have your battery power here. All I need to do now to make a phone call, I can come over here to my phone book and type everything in from here. And as you notice, it automatically downloads your phone book. It's really, really simple. But now if I want to make a phone call, all I need to do is I can either say the name that's either in my phone book, or I can say the number. So for instance, let's call Harold Ziegler while we're here. All you're going to need to do, make sure your radio's up a little bit louder, take the phone button either on the steering wheel, or you can just hit the phone button on the touchscreen. But let's say you're driving, you want to keep your eyes on the road. Dial 616-588-4200.
Dialing 616-588-4200. Press the phone button to end the call.
So right now it's calling. Now, the moment that this phone call goes through and you're talking with the person on the other end, all they need to do is hang up. When they hang up, it's automatically going to disconnect the call for you, so you don't have to hit the button yourself. Real simple, real easy to use. Another nice feature is that if the name is saved in your phone book, all you got to do is say, call John, call home, call wife. Whatever it's saved in your phone book, all of a sudden she's going to kick on and say, calling wife or calling home. Real simple, real easy to use. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Obviously, my email's on my YouTube page. I'll be more than willing to answer any questions in terms of pairing your phone. That's always one of the biggest questions that I get after being a sales consultant for the last few years here with the Chrysler product. So, like I said, this is just some of the stuff on the inside. I really wanted to briefly go over for you. What we're going to do later on, we're going to go over some of the safety tech features, so check out another video for that, because that alone has another 10-15 minutes worth of stuff I can talk about, because there are just so many safety features in all of our Chrysler products, but especially here in the 300. So thanks for checking this out. Have a good day.